Hello subscribers and non-subscribers, and welcome back to Let's Play Stellaris MegaCorp. It has been a few weeks, as you all know, but I'm back and we'll be hopefully able to stream this every week. I might, maybe if the opportunity arises at some point, try to stream this 2 times in 1 week, although I don't know how likely that'll be to actually happen. Now, because it's been a while, I need to take a quick look around and try and figure out what the hell is going on. I probably should have done that before starting this stream, but whatever, y'all get to follow along with me as we do this. So the game has since updated to 2.2.5, shortly thereafter followed up by 2.2.6. So we are now running on 2.2.6, which gives a new UI for planets. Got to get used to this a little bit, because I'm still sort of used to the way it was before. But this is fine. We'll get used to it. They also made some other changes that I absolutely love when it comes to upgrading ships. Ships now upgrade individually, so you don't need to deal with yeah, those aren't really worth going after, but it's no longer an all or nothing, which is great. Okay, that's a little too loud for me. Let's go down to a volume of 20. It's not going to be as loud for you all, but it's definitely a little too loud for my tastes. Where's this shipyard? Up here. Oh, it does actually have a fleet academy. Well, we'll just wait. We'll let you rebuild once you get back home. Now, I didn't actually read all of the patch notes, so I don't know if they changed anything regarding job output and job upkeep. I probably should have checked for that. I don't know if this is roughly what our resources were like last time. If not, then obviously they changed something. If it is roughly the same as it was previously, then they probably didn't change anything. Now, I would love to finish off the Syndicate, this part, if at all possible. And I think that's gonna be possible. Like, I could literally declare war on them right now. The main worry is just pissing off my neighbors, at least a little bit, because they're all a little upset with me, I imagine. Or, well, okay, maybe not. Okay, some of them are a little upset, but, you know, they're not upset enough to potentially declare war, presumably. And I could swing things in my favor a little bit. I imagine in some areas I could get an association status with these guys. That would improve trust with them, which would improve their opinion of me and make them, that federation, less likely to declare war on me. Although, how is that entire federation like? So you're -2, you are 11, and you are +2. So only really one of them has a negative opinion of me right now. And that appears to be, in terms of anything that I could do anything for, it would be threat. But it's not that big of a deal. We'll live. Let's go ahead and take a look around our colonies, figure out, okay, you have a food processing plant. Why do you have a food processing plant? This is a crap planet for literally anything. Honestly, if I could abandon a planet, I probably would abandon this planet, because it is crap. It has no special planetary modifiers to make it potentially useful. It has basically no districts beyond city districts, so it's not really worth keeping around. Did I colonize this? No, I didn't. Okay, that was theirs. Good. Because I would have never colonized this planet. It is crap. Who has 90% habitability here? Oh, yes, okay. The Nivlak do. Gorsk is down here, and this is one that I colonized. It's good. Shanir, not so much. This one is complete and utter garbage. And it's not even... Well, I wouldn't be able to turn it into a resort world anyway, actually. Because it's not a Gaia world. Well, yeah, I think those can only be built on Gaia worlds. I could be remembering incorrectly. I've only ever built them once. But it also needs to be a minimum of size 15. This is size 10. I seriously wish there was an abandoned planet option. Because this is a terrible planet. I mean, I guess I could just turn it into a giant research lab. That would probably be okay. So you know what? Let's get rid of all that stuff. And I think we'll just build pure city districts so that you can house all the pops you possibly can, and we'll just build research labs like there's no tomorrow. Because that planet is crap for literally anything else. I mean, I could make it into a trade world, but there's not really a reason to make trade worlds. Because there's no special planetary specialization for those. Somehow this is an urban world, so it gives specialist output, but none of the people that do jobs here for the most part are specialist tier. Most of them are workers, predominantly being clerks, a couple of miners, and a few technicians. But somehow this world is classified as an urban world, which gives specialist output bonus. We were contemplating building a third fleet, were we not? I believe we were. Well, I'm not quite sure why. Because their base of operations would have been up here in the north, but there's no real threat that they could easily engage unless I send all my fleets to take out the Marauders. Which isn't a bad idea, because then these guys won't get to become the Great Khan and potentially be a pain in my ass. Although, no, those are not the only Marauders, right? No, there's another group there, and another group over there. I think those are all three. Yeah, I wouldn't mind killing these guys if I could. With both fleets, it might be possible. The issue is, yeah, this system's going to result in quite a few losses. I could just fortify my border. It's also an option. It's not really a worthwhile option, just for the simple fact that it's really never worth building defense platforms, for the simple fact that they are absolute garbage. You're better off building a fleet, honestly, in my opinion. Some other people might argue with saying it's better to build a fleet, but in my opinion, it's better to build a fleet. I don't know what we were planning for this world to be. We have an industrial world here. I think we were thinking of a forge world somewhere, but I don't... Ooh, Shanir might be a forge world. Yes, that might actually be worthwhile. Because it's crap for anything else, so we might go that route, actually. This was a former capital, yes, I believe, right? Yes, this was a former capital. Which would explain why it has so many alloy foundries and civilian industries. But we have a spare specialist. What do I want more of? Alloys? Yeah, I think I'll go for more alloys. Well, actually, wait, do I have the... Okay, yeah, I do have the volatile motes. Napasno has unemployed specialists. Why do you have so many unemployed specialists? Oh, because robots took your jobs. Okay. What can I do to remedy that? Could build more stuff. Though I don't think most of this would actually... Well, I guess Ministry of Production doesn't hurt. Sure. And Earth is getting an alloys foundry. And wow, we have a lot of unemployed people. Yeesh. Well, that'll help. I mean, that took us from 11 down to... Oh, boy. That took us from 11 to 8. We still have quite a few unemployed people. And I can't really do much else for Earth beyond continue to upgrade the alloy foundries. Would I be able to afford doing all those? I should be able to. If not, I've got a lot of energy credits coming in, so I can just buy whatever excess I need. Okay, now I'll tell you guys to head home and actually upgrade.
Transmission incoming. Discourse anticipated.
Nope, don't care to. You guys are something, aren't you? Oh no. Oh, you're not a mega corporation. Okay, well, I mean, I could do that. It costs me influence. I'd rather not spend my influence. I'm not making nearly as much as I used to. Or we're making like 5 a month previously. Some of that looks like it's probably because of non-aggression pacts, which I think is with you. Yes, it's with you. Anyone else? I don't think I have any other non-aggression pacts active. Nope, it's just with you. Though I only have one rival, so that definitely isn't helping. Though I'm kind of limited in who I can rival. The one downside to becoming powerful is not being able to rival people, which results in you not being able to get nearly as much influence as you would like. I mean, who can I rival? Okay, I mean, I'm rivaling you already. You are a part of a federation, but I cannot rival the other member of the federation because they are too weak. If I build a third fleet, you will probably be too weak, in fact. I can rival you, and you aren't a big fan of me either, so screw it. There we go. Did I already look at you? I think I did, yeah. Can't do anything with you. Yeah, I think don't think there's anyone else I can really rival. So I got 2 rivals. Unless I rival this other federation, presumably. No, can't even do that actually, wow. Yeesh. Okay, so I get 2 rivals. That'll help a little bit. There we go. Now we're making 5 a month. Oh, you need people. You are going to be research world. Yes, of course. Because the AI had already decided you were going to be research world, and I decided to continue on with what it was doing because I had no real reason to go against that. But now you have an unemployed specialist, which means you need another upgrade to that. Although, yes, it would have to be an upgrade to that because there's nothing else I can give you that would give you specialist jobs. Or I could just wait for you to demote down to a worker, although by that time I don't think there will be a worker position available for you. Oh. Okay, never mind. The game decided to abandon that world for us, and by that I mean everybody died. Apparently. So, yes, well, we don't have to worry about Shanir. Or, yeah, Shianir. She and Near? I don't know. Whatever it's called. Cheyenne? Probably Cheyenne. I don't know. Whatever the hell it's called. We don't got to worry about it anymore because yeah. I guess we didn't have any pops that grew on it in time or something, and I didn't bother moving anybody there because I didn't care for it. So, woo, I guess. We got a nice ocean world here with, high quality minerals. Not nearly as many mining districts as I would like, but it's something. And I could send a human here. Wonderful. And it already has a nice, wonderful name. Ooh, yes, it was apparently already colonized. Did they not make it so you automatically get a free pop of your primary species on newly conquered worlds that have land appropriation? We must be doing a damn good job of purging these guys, or these hive mind pops. Or these worlds were fairly new, maybe. I don't know. But either way, we gotta go and do some recolonization. Okay, well, you're purging 65 people, so that should be fine. Yeah, you don't have to worry about purging anymore. They're all already dead. Go here. Yeah, once these guys get here, you'll see that ships now upgrade individually, which is nice. Yep. So they'll now will upgrade individually, and I can easily move the fleet away, and they'll all get to keep their upgrades, which is actually nice. I really do prefer it this way. Although it looks like it does take the month to take over for the game to officially say, no, I don't really care for association status with you. Do I have all of your stuff claimed? Not quite. Let's go ahead and finish that off. I'm just going to go ahead and claim everything you directly own. Screw it. Yeah, why you guys think you deserve to have a claim on that system is anybody's guess. But I'm not going to need your help for this war, so you can just back off. Ah, yes, I need to send science ships up there now to survey that stuff, because of course I do. I'm just gonna take one scientist and control shift, click the survey. Okay, or I think we're gonna have to do this one at, you know what, screw it. I don't need you to, I'm not gonna bother exploiting that this time. I just can't be bothered. To try and actually make sure that that stuff is all properly pathed out. Hide factions, because I don't really care to see that menu constantly.
Transmission incoming. Discourse anticipated.
Okay, now you guys are led by mushroom people. And thanks for the free little over 3,000 minerals. I will gladly use those. I definitely won't use them to make alloys to make a fleet to beat the crap out of you later. Not that I really need to build another fleet to beat the crap out of you, but hey, you know what? It's an option. You know, they say it's a bad idea to fight a two-front war. Well, it's possible. You just need to have enough people for it. And in the case of Stellaris, by people I mean ships. Seriously, we still have a piracy problem there? Okay, well, let's build two more hangar bays in Procyon. and you guys are still taking forever. This is the one advantage, in my opinion, of the, well, another advantage is actually a better way to phrase it, of the new ship classes mod. You get a lot more module slots, which means a lot more shipyards, which means upgrades of a big fleet go a lot faster. But new ship classes hadn't been updated by the time that I started the series. Also, I don't think this mod is compatible with new ship classes, and so yeah, we didn't bother using it.
Ships upgraded.
There we go. And again, I can easily beat the crap out of these guys. They have no friends outside of a subsidiary who will help them. They just won't do much. In fact, I'm not actually seeing any fleets of yours at all. Do you legitimately not have a fleet? Because my sensors are pretty good. So unless you have your fleet sitting in your subsidiary's territory, it would seem you don't have one. Which is weird. Are you actually that broke that you do not have any fleets? I mean, those guys are small enough so I can easily tell. I have full vision of all their actual territory, though I can't see too far into their subsidiaries' territory. Granted, this save was also started way back in 2.2.0.
Situation log updated.
In theory, it's possible something has since broken. But I don't think that's the case. I legitimately think these guys just don't have the resources for another fleet.
Transmission incoming. Discourse
No,
anticipated.
I do not wish to be a part of your federation. I have literally no reason to be a part of it. Okay, I mean, I am the strongest single faction that exists. The next closest person is the Japanese dwarves, and that's mostly just because they actually have an equivalent economy. Also, maybe it's just me, but the game doesn't quite seem to be properly sorting pathetic and inferior. Because isn't pathetic supposed to be below inferior? So why are the Japanese dwarves above those things on the relative power ranking? And then again, another inferior that is below a pathetic but above other pathetics. Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on there, if I'm gonna be honest. Also, more unemployed specialists. But this is a research world, or excuse me, an industrial world. Let's get you a Ministry of Production so you do a better job of producing consumer goods.
Discourse seeding in progress.
You still have unemployed people. Did I not upgrade? No, I gave you a Ministry of Production, which didn't give you enough people. Okay, well, I'm at the point where I'm about to have to start buying some of my consumer goods here. Oh, or excuse me, not consumer goods, but strategic goods. In fact, I'm actually already buying exotic gases. Let's no, let's go for the more Unity. We still have a couple of Unity trees to fill out. Two that we haven't even started, and one that's I guess, technically halfway done.
Our research has progressed.
Let's stay away from sapient combat computers. You don't lead to anything I actually really care about, so let's just go with disruptors, get them out of the way. Maybe we'll get something nice in the next drawing. You know what? Screw it. There's no need for us to have you guys wait. Just jump over there. Wonderful. And let's just have you go ahead and fly to the jump point. Wait for you both to get there, and then we'll jump in. Well, declare the war and then jump in immediately after. They won't have any time to react. Not like any reaction they have would actually benefit them, but that's besides the point.
Transmission incoming.
Ooh,
Discourse
and you want a non-aggression pact. I'm afraid that's not going to happen, buddy. Mostly because there is no reason for me to give you one. And that's being upgraded to a Star Fortress, so I can get the last two shipyards. Okay, both fleets are in position. Let's go ahead, declare the war, finish you off. I'm not going to bother inviting any friends. I assume the Raxonite Syndicate will become independent if their overlord is completely occupied and destroyed, or is completely conquered, rather, is probably the better way to phrase it. At least that's the way I would have it set up, is if the overlord is destroyed and I can't have syndicates, I can have traditional vassals. So unless the game converts these guys from a subsidiary into a traditional vassal, I'm not technically allowed to have these guys. But we'll see how the game decides to handle this, I guess. Or this might be one of the last wars that we actually fight where we have to claim stuff. Because we're approaching that point where I might just say screw it and go ahead and research the Colossus project. It's not like anybody can really stop us. Especially if I build a third fleet just for the hell of it. Because at this point, that's basically all a third fleet would be used for right now.
commencing wealth redistribution.
So let's go ahead and observe the Orska fleet, led by Vilipniv, or however the hell it's pronounced. Actually, we'll go and observe the Zensk fleet. I can pronounce his name a whole hell of a lot easier. Fedyan Pulyenkov, or Pulyenko.
Enemy station engaged. Enemy station engaged.
Now, please, guys, let's not lose any ships against a measly station that only has 4K, if you don't mind. Wonderful. Now, go ahead and take Sidios.
Our research has progressed.
And disruptors. What do I get? I get crap. Well, you're not crap, necessarily. I could go for planetary shield generators or never build them. Yeah. I will never build them. For one simple reason. I don't tend to let my planets get bombarded in the first place, so why would I waste a building slot on a building that will not actually be utilized at all? And this I don't believe leads to any interesting text. I'm pretty sure we have maxed out shields anyway. Yeah, we have the highest standard shields, rather. There are better shields, of course. And we will undoubtedly get those eventually. We're just sort of waiting until we get them. Because they're going to require fighting a fallen empire. We're not quite at that level yet. I would need to finish building up both of these fleets and presumably build a third fleet. And then we'll be okay. Now, you can jump, right? Yes, wonderful. So I'm going to just have you jump around and snag all of these star bases, and then we'll get to the whole bombarding planets thing. Mostly because it's a time-consuming process, and holy crap, we have a lot of food. Let's go ahead and we will sell... we'll sell 80. I'd like to still be producing a little bit more, in case there's some fluctuations in our production. But that's going to be a good handful more energy credits coming in. Actually, you know what, we can kick that up to 90. Actually, you know, we can do 100, yeah, actually. Stockpile, or continuing to produce 10 more going into a stockpile that can't possibly be filled is okay. I assume these guys aren't going to really bother trying to help their overlord. Mostly because why do they care if their overlord dies or not? Ooh, we need more consumer goods. Let's go ahead and buy some more. Wonderful, go there, snag that. And I can actually just give you guys a queue of commands.
Construction finalized.
Yeah, you're a crap world. You know, a chemical plant, exotic gases, and replace one of these with a synthetic crystal plant.
Construction complete.
Also, we need more minerals. Is there anything I can do to improve our mineral production? We're actually kind of limited in that regard. We might have to buy some minerals for a little while. Yes, let's lower the market fee. That'll help us out. I know I'm sitting on my cap game. Give me a moment. I'm in the middle of something. Yeah, let's upgrade your... Oh, well, actually, no. Let's give you a Ministry of Production. Since you don't have one yet. You have an unemployed specialist. Let's upgrade your thing. I don't know what to spend all of these energy credits on. I guess I could just buy a whole handful of, I don't know, something. Zero? Not that I really use it right now, anyway. Or ever, actually. I don't think it has a real use anymore. Admittedly, I think I've said that like every stream. Oh, let's just buy a handful of minerals. Well, no, probably not. What am I not approaching the cap of? Minerals, of course. We'll buy 5,000 minerals for now. Now, I assume these planets aren't particularly well defended.
Transmission incoming. Discourse anticipated.
And it would appear that I might be generally correct about that. Like that one has 4, which is a bit of an outlier. Their capital has 2. Thanks for the free minerals, not that I really need them. But I will gladly take them off your hands. Let's do that. And let's get both of those fleets fully up to 120 command limit. Admittedly, that will take us over our current stuff. We still have piracy here.
System resources analyzed.
We do. So we're gonna have to upgrade you to further improve it. Oh, we got a job that's gonna give us some extra minerals production as well anyway.
Hostile reactionaries engaged.
Here we go. So Fedyan Pulienko is about to be the first one to start bombarding an enemy world. At least in this war. You are on indiscriminate good. 44 trade value here. That's actually pretty good. It's not going to help you though, for being honest. I mean, you guys could technically just use your jump drives to jump right to the system that these guys are in, or the system that they are going to even. But sure, take the long way around.
Construction complete.
Technically speaking, I should probably give this fleet the opportunity to sit back and repair. Because some of these corvettes are a little on the damaged side. But you're almost done. And as soon as you're done, then you'll have all the time in the world to sit back and let repairs happen. I could land, and honestly my army would be okay taking that over in one fell swoop. Yeah, screw it, why not? I don't technically need to bombard. I could get generals. There's not much point. I would love to get the better thrusters, if I'm being honest. Yep, we're gonna go for the better thrusters.
Planetary workforce liberated.
Wonderful. Our first occupation in this world. Also, we need more food, so let's stop selling 100. Let's drop it down to 90. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay, hold on a second, game. There's a transport fleet over here. Do you mind killing it before you go, just so it's not able to give some extra defenses to any other planets?
Resources analyzed.
So go there, take that, and then go and occupy their capital.
Special inquiry concluded.
Wonderful. Is that the last one we needed? No, we need one more.
Construction.
Okay, you are in orbit. And there's still some void clouds there, but I don't really care. You, go over here. Go ahead and start taking over these systems. And after this, we now get to, well, we don't actually, again, we don't technically need to bombard, so it's not really playing the waiting game. It's
Military worksite established.
not EU4, where you're sort of forced to play that game. Oh, and that was naval capacity. Wonderful. Don't care for any of these. Let's go for something nice and quick. Let's get the amoeba flagella. Well, actually, wait. Yeah, I don't think any of these techs really lead to anything I care. Well, yeah, no, none of these lead to anything I care about. But Tingley Gene Clinics is faster. Let's get that. Can we? We have already done some. No, we haven't. Okay, yeah, I think you need that for gene modding, maybe. I don't know. Wow, you guys have 7 traits. I can get rid of all your bad traits, which is actually not a terrible idea.
Shift log updated.
Takes 7 months to do that, sure. These are the hive mind guys, right? Yeah. We're just waiting for them all to hurry up and die. Did somebody just rival me? I wasn't really paying attention. I think you guys rivaled me, or I lost a rival because I became too powerful. That's what you get for not paying attention. You need a specialist job. Let's get you a research institute. You need a specialist job as well. Let's upgrade your research lab. I could always stand to have more research. This is currently a mining world. I don't know what I was planning to make you. I think you were going to be sort of a generic. Good at alloys and consumer goods, I think. But you need special. Oh, you actually have some crime. Holy crap. That is surprising, although we'll get some more enforcers as soon as I am able to upgrade this, which requires 80 pops. You are sitting at 74. You're not too far away. And technically you do have open jobs. Also, the game says you have 2 open jobs, but unless my math is poor, the difference between 11 and 14 is 3, not 2. But let's see, what do I want more of? I'm going to go for consumer goods, I think, because I'm spending a lot of money buying consumer goods. Technically, we currently actually have a net profit of consumer goods production. So I could theoretically stop buying consumer goods. And we would still be stockpiling some. It would only be about 4, but hey, it's something. But we're not going to hold off on that. We're just going to drop our purchasing of consumer goods. Nope, not a food processing plant there. Why does this place have such crap stability? Also, why does it not have 2 pops already? It does. Okay, they're sitting at the ruler level. Why are they sitting at the ruler level? Game.
Commencing workforce liberation.
That makes no sense. They shouldn't be sitting at the ruler level. For the one simple fact that there is nothing that can be built there right now. They should be starting at the specialist tier doing the colonist job. I think that might be a bug with 2.2.6 because I never saw that happen before.
Collectivized.
Just jump there.
Striking at the lair of the oppressor.
Do we lose any of our armies in that other assault? No. I kind of figured we didn't, but I just wanted to make sure.
Planetary property collectivized.
Wonderful. You now head up there. And that'll be the last one. They're not quite willing to surrender. Please don't make me go and beat the crap out of your subsidiary. I have no claims on their stuff. I do not care about them.
Commencing workforce liberation. Genetics respecialized.
Wonderful. Okay, we got some spare governors for some reason. Oh, I think because of... Yeah, never mind. I think I know why.
Situation log updated.
I mean, I don't mind losing some assault army so I can replace them with clones.
Planetary workforce liberated.
But I'm not going to go out of my way to replace them. You guys can head home. These guys should surrender as soon as I take this. Well, at least in theory they should. I actually don't know if they will. The game might decide that they actually give a crap about their subsidiaries still being in the fight, despite the fact that they are not actually doing anything. They are effectively sitting there, twiddling their thumbs.
Construction finalized.
Okay, let's upgrade your energy grid. And that's going to be it for now.
Commencing workforce liberation.
Ooh, you actually have quite a few people here. We might lose some clones. Yes, I forgot one of their worlds they had.
Resocialized.
Yep, we lost a clone. That's fine. Clones are easy to replace. Oh no, we actually haven't lost one yet. Oh, he disengaged, that's why. Nonetheless. Well, if you disengage, please disengage. And you failed to disengage. So we did indeed lose a clone, like I thought.
Construction complete. Planetary workforce liberated.
So I have to go and replace a clone. Doesn't take very long. Who's our best? Still completely irrelevant. So we'll just go with humans. Also, we need to drop that down a little bit. And yep, okay, they don't care about their subsidiary. Wonderful. You go home. You go home. Let's go ahead, achieve our war goals.
Building ruined.
Best possible outcome. Wonderful. And you guys become independent. Now, I have to deal with some stuff here. One, I don't care about that. You are going to just path to there, that's fine. That is worthless. That is worthless. That's worthless. Don't need that anymore. Okay. Now, how far out do you need to reach to get all of the stuff? You need to go out 3. Okay. Wonderful. I will build 3 trade hubs. And I will replace all these anchorages, or these other ones, with hangar bays. For the simple fact that I'm sure piracy is going to be a problem here, and I don't really plan to keep a fleet here permanently. Now I need to figure out what to do about your population. Okay, well, we have some governors that we need to send around. We'll put you there, and we'll put you there. I don't really care where each governor goes. You don't need to have all that stuff. I don't think piracy will be a big problem right here. How far do you gotta go? Yeah, we'd have to go out 3. Okay, yeah, you know what? I'm gonna upgrade. Well, do I want to do it here? No, let's not do it there. Let's do it in Mug. No. You'll have to go out 2.
Together we will build a brighter future.
Wonderful gene clinics. Let's go ahead and get the auto curating vault, I think. What else? Why are you pinging?
Construction complete.
I have no idea why you're pinging. Oh, I think it's because of these. Yes, that was why. Okay, you need a specialist again, of course. Let's upgrade you. Actually, you know what? First, let's replace this. And also... well, no, actually you don't. I was going to say let's build a research institute, but never mind. Actually, you don't even have a research lab right now, although I could get you one. Actually, yeah, I think we're going to do that. No. Didn't mean to do that. Replace you with a research lab. Let's build a research institute. We'll sort the rest of this stuff out later. Now you, what are you good at? Nothing. You have no inherent bonuses. Get rid of the hydroponics farm. We'll figure something out with you, I guess. You also have no inherent bonuses. I'm fine with you being another industrial world. We need consumer goods. I am fine with you as well. I am going to destroy some of those commercial zones because that's a little too many for my tastes. Ministry of Production, Research Institute, Crystal Mine, yes. Is that a +1 or a +2? It's only a +1. Get rid of the hydroponics farm. Should also probably declare martial law in these places. Well, at least the ones that are upset. For some reason you're happy. Which leaves me curious as to what your pops are. I don't know. You are very stable though for some reason. So, okay, I'm fine with that, I guess. Ooh, you got a moat harvesting trap. Let's get that. Ooh, you also have a crystal mine, apparently. Wonderful.
Construction complete.
Oh yes, and now I need to stop selling as many minerals. I do actually need to buy some. First, I need to stop selling as much food, and I do actually need to buy a handful of minerals for right now. Again, we'll get all this stuff sorted out. This is sort of our standard You just won a war, so now you got a whole bunch of other crap you got to deal with.
System resources analyzed.
So you know what? Just kick that up to 100. We got plenty of stuff.
Together we will build a brighter future.
And impulse thrusters, wonderful. Improve cruiser hull points. That sounds wonderful to me. And let's go ahead and upgrade the thrusters for all of our stuff, including the Titan that we will never build. Okay, wow, never mind. That's actually quite a bit. Let's just buy 50. There we go. Now we're not having a piracy problem in Yerba.
Construction finalized.
Ah, I forgot about this place.
Building ruined.
Yes, we'll sort out the mineral problem. We have a nice world up here. You. With your high quality minerals.
Construction finalized.
Encourage planetary growth. Push come to shove, I can just move people over there. That actually might not be a terrible idea. Yeah, let's go ahead and move some people over there. Oops, not you. Nope, you are a ruler, so let's not put you there. I think that's actually going to be it then. They don't really have anybody else I can move here. Actually, you're probably not the best spot for that. Where is the best spot? So you have 3 out to there, 3 out to there. Okay, yeah, it's looking like Jajayek is probably the best place for that.
Ships upgraded.
So we'll keep the one here for now. Just so we're actually, it's really not needed. Let's get you your shipyards. And then you're done. I got nothing else I can do with you for right now. At least nothing that I really care to do, at least. Is Mug almost done? Yes, it is. Yeah, those unhappy worlds are recently conquered, Gabriel. And yes, I know I need to work on my mineral production. Part of that is because I just conquered some worlds, and I think the AI had a few too many civilian industries and whatnot on them. So it sort of drained what mineral production I had, which was not as good as I originally thought it was, apparently. Who died? Oh, the Admiral of the Zensk fleet. Get the youngest person. I generally don't even bother looking at their traits because half the time it doesn't matter. I need to pull up my spreadsheet. My list of names, some of which I just randomly generated. Come on, load. Damn Google Sheets being crap. Just taking forever to load. Okay, let's see. So, youngest person we got is a female human. So let's look through this. Female admiral. I'm sure I have at least one. I do. I really do need to go into here and add more people. And mark that as used so I don't accidentally use it again, at least not anytime soon. Don't need two of those people running around. No, I haven't played Devil May Cry 5. I haven't played any of the Devil May Cry games. Let's go and get the game up. Damn it, didn't mean to pause. Let's get the game up fast. And we can stop buying consumer goods. Great. Now we just got to sort out the mineral production because we're buying a crap ton of minerals. Admittedly, we have the money to afford doing that at least, so it's a good thing. It's actually sort of a part of, I think, what 2.2 was supposed to do. You don't necessarily have to be completely self-sufficient to be okay. So technically, I don't need the mineral production to survive, so long as I have the energy credits to afford the ever-increasing cost as a result of supply and demand. Because I keep buying minerals in this, at least right now. The AI may not be selling minerals onto the market at an equal or greater rate than what I'm buying it at. Let's stop with the whole building civilian industry stuff and let's try and figure out a way to help deal with the mineral production. Let's get a mineral purification plant here. Apparently I have a hard time speaking right now. Because you do have some mines, and that'll help you a little bit. I don't need your alloy foundry anymore, actually. I have plenty of alloy production on my own. Also, I think part of it is I do have some of the synthetic strategic resource buildings, and those things are also pretty freaking expensive. But they're kind of necessary. Admittedly, I could probably buy those resources for probably a slightly better deal, but whatever. I kind of prefer to produce it if I can. Let's see, what do I want to build here? Let's get a robot assembly plant. And this is a, you know what, let's get a, do I want to go with the gene clinic? No, it's really not worth it. Screw it, yeah, no, we'll research lab, there we go. That's something we can do. And a robot assembly plant. And substance abuser, yeah. works. That's exactly what I'm looking for, my governors. God. And it's almost always my governors that get that. As if the whole needing to manage multiple planets thing results in them not being able to handle it, so they start, I don't know, taking space cocaine or some shit, and as a result they become a substance abuser, and now they're going to live 20 years less. Although admittedly with the how long do our people live right now? 120, so okay, they basically get a slightly above the starting traditional lifespan. Let's get the Marauder missiles, since we're still running our crappy tier 4 missiles, although that's perfectly fine for the AI, because the AI is crap compared to us tech-wise. I think I'm going to go ahead and deal with these void clouds, just to get rid of them. Admittedly, my scientist that was there is no longer up there. Orska fleet. Just jump. Seriously, people.
Construction finalized.
Okay, you have... oh, I didn't have you under martial law. Yeah, see, the AI has just tons of freaking civilian industries, and I think that's partly why they didn't have a fleet. They were pouring so many minerals into civilian industry that they didn't have the alloys.
Brighter future.
And let's get these. Okay, go ahead and deal with those. I would love to deal with these Marauders at some point. I mean, both my fleets together wouldn't have too much of an issue. Status quo between who? Oh, you guys. And no system changed hands. You guys suck at this. Now, how do you feel? Yeah, you're not too happy with me. I could declare you as a rival, but that basically just results in me needing to fight that entire federation at some point. Oh, I completely forgot about adding those guys back together. Since I lost a clone army. Okay, and then you can head out. No, no, no. Damn it, game. I hate that you can't shift-click return and have it be queued as the next order. Like, why does it not work that way? To get targeted gene points, or gene expressions rather. I need to lower the volume further because this song is a little on the loud side in my ears. What can I do here? I don't know if there's anything I can do to improve your mineral production. And I am starting to run low on... Yep, I'm starting to run low on consumer goods again already. Well, I can stop buying as much, or as many minerals. Technically, if I stop buying now, I would still be losing some, so we'll just have, roughly, what we're purchasing. And we'll go back to buying some consumer goods. We'll buy 10, because I prefer to buy stuff in groups of 5 or 10, because it's just a nice, easy, round number to work with. Yes, I want to extend the deal. Give me all of it. I don't know what we were at before, but we're gonna just go with all of it. Yep, there we go. We're having piracy problems here.
Construction
I
complete.
don't think there's really anything I can do to deal with that, though. It's not in the great spot. I could upgrade you, I guess. Give you a couple of hangars. You could have at most 3 hangars. Should kick it out to here and here, respectively. Which might be okay. But honestly, I say screw it. Just build a starport in that system. Okay, now you guys can return home. You can't quite jump home, so fly to there and then jump home. You jump to there. We have 156 trade value coming from the Sol system. And we haven't even terraformed Mars. Which is something I should do at some point. Okay, you survey both of those systems. You are taking forever to build all the stuff here, which I will attribute partly to just how big that system actually is. And you have an unemployed worker.
Has progressed.
There's not much I can really do to deal with an unemployed. It's not. There's not much that I can really do to deal with an unemployed worker in that system, or on that planet rather. Let's go for the energy weapon damage. Outside of building another commercial zone, or I guess let's go with a mining district. Because, yeah, why not? It gives a worker, and we need some more mining production here. Also, for doing that, it's not necessarily the most. Yeah, it's not necessarily the most efficient. But let's get the mineral production plant. Speaking too fast, I'm
Construction
stepping all over myself trying to talk. And upgrade that. That doesn't cost anything, right? No, it does. It costs volatile motes, but we have plenty of that. Wonderful. Now you go there.
Our research has progressed.
And we have a gene modification. Let's go for... We need an extra star base, since we're building one over here. Although admittedly I think I will upgrade you nonetheless and give you hangar bays just so you can help deal with it. We have a ruler here, which is annoying because I can't really do anything about that. Why? What's your deal? Yeah, I'm not sure what happened there. You're still missing people.
Building ruined.
You know, I'm thinking I might just move people around. At least where I can. Especially if they're workers. Workers are easy to move around. Not so much specialists and rulers. Which is kind of something I hate.
Construction finalized.
Do I want to potentially go to war with the Raxonite consensus?
Construction finalized. Construction complete.
I mean, there's quite a bit of stuff I could take off. Well, actually, no, there really isn't a whole lot that I could take off of them without the use of jump drives. Because this stupid little stretch of land, well, excuse me, not land, but this little stretch of territory right here that's owned by the Raxonite Syndicate sort of blocks any conventional FTL routes into most of the Raxonite consensus territory. Luckily, I can actually declare war on you right now if I wanted to. Could go to war with both. But you do have, sadly, the defensive pact with the Democratic Commonwealth and the Sovereign Zai Coalition. Which I think that's why I was contemplating a third fleet at one point. Because with a third fleet based up here in the north, they could easily jump into the Democratic Commonwealth and just wreak havoc up here. And if for whatever reason they run into any real resistance, which shouldn't happen, but on the very rare, random off chance that it does happen, they could easily jump away back into friendly territory, and the Democratic Commonwealth would not be able to follow, because they don't have the fleet power, rather, to punch through a Marauder. Nor do they have jump drives. Although they do have Hyperdrive 3. So, in theory, they could eventually get jump drives. And we're sitting at our alloy cap, so you know what? We are going to go ahead and start building a third fleet. Let's get a Munya-class battleship built here as the basis for the third fleet. Sol is needing people to do stuff. Let's go ahead and upgrade you to an auto-curating vault.
Will build a brighter future.
Better missiles, wonderful. Our battleships are already tanky enough for most of the enemies we fight. So let's get the destroyer hull points just so that they live a little bit longer. And let's upgrade you. I think you're the only people that use missiles. They're not particularly great, if I'm being honest. There is absolutely no reason for me to still be using missiles at all. They are complete and utter garbage. But we're just going to go ahead and keep using them anyway. Because it's something to distract the enemy.
Construction complete.
Can you jump there? You can. Wonderful.
Ships upgraded.
Ooh, another one.
Ships upgraded.
Where is it? You said you were auto-tracking it, game. Are you? You are. It's just, it's sort of in a mess of a bunch of other stuff. Go ahead, fly up there conventionally. I don't have you under martial law. Let's go ahead and do that. I apparently forgot about you.
Building ruined.
Why did a building get ruined?
System resources analyzed.
And where? Oh, here. Why? Because you guys are still busy purging a whole bunch of people. Yes, that would explain so much. And you guys are also still busy doing that whole purging thing. Yes. Let's go ahead and get our research grants back. We can stop buying minerals.
Construction finalized.
We're sort of slowly getting everything back on track. Let's build another farm on Gorsk.
Construction complete.
And the first ship of the third fleet is almost completed. Let's go ahead and start finishing off the diplomacy tree. Just one more and we're done. Not that I care about either of those two. And sure, we'll have it be called the Kapova fleet. I frankly don't care what it's called. And I hate that shift clicking doesn't work in the fleet manager. And that's still not enough. Are you building them all in one spot, game? Please tell me you're not. Oh, you are. Yet another reason why I love the new ship classes mod, and the fact that it adds in a whole bunch of extra module slots on your star bases. Like, it is a ton more. I think it's like 4x4 or something like that. Maybe 5x4, I don't know. It's ridiculous. It's a lot more than this. You can pump out fleets like there's no tomorrow if you have the new ship classes mod enabled. And let's go ahead and get the advanced destroyer hulls. You need workers. Sure, let's go for extra food. You need specialists and workers. Let's give you a civilian civilian fabricator. You need a specialist. We need more civilian fabricators. Just in general. You need a specialist. That requires a planetary capital, which requires 40 pops, which you're not quite at. You are busy purging pops, so not much I can do with you. You need a specialist, which I can't help you with right now, in fact. You also need a specialist, but you I can help.
Construction finalized.
Let's get some more research. And you need a ruler, but I can't do anything for giving you an extra ruler. Or can I? No, Ministry of Production requires a planetary capital. That's what I thought. This is yet another one of those crap worlds that the AI colonizes. It's actually something I kind of hate about taking over AI worlds. This world is a crappy size 13. It doesn't have a whole lot of districts, which is partly because of the fact that it's a size 13 world. It's crap. It really is. But yeah, no, you need a ruler, so I can't do anything for you.
Construction complete. Production halted.
Let's get rid of that because you had... Oh, clearly I'm thinking about a completely different world. Whoops. Also, though, I think you will be staying as a refinery world because, yeah, I could use that stuff. I just, whoops, now have a whole bunch of extra unemployed workers. Let's upgrade the commerce megaplex to deal with that. Also need to go back to buying some consumer... Oh, we're already buying consumer goods. We need to increase the number of consumer goods we are purchasing.
Scientific progress attained.
And starbase capacity, wonderful. And let's go ahead and learn how to clear the quicksand basins. Another agricultural world, you need more farmers. Great, I'm going to build you 2.
Construction complete.
Now I assume that is roughly their biggest fleet. Is 6.2k, which is absolutely tiny. Okay, I know you need to be upgraded one more time.
Scientific progress
You can be downgraded, you're not necessary anymore. Destroyer hull points, wonderful. Starbase module costs, sure, why not? Don't need fleet command limit. If it was naval capacity, I would have probably taken it. Because we're over, which means we're spending a little bit extra. I think it's, pretty sure it's energy credits and alloys. But let's go for Unity Ambitions and the extra Ascension perk.
Construction finalized.
You know, 33 months isn't that long. Ah, yes, wonderful. Mineral purification. Robot assembly plant, actually.
Production halted. Special inquiry concluded.
And after intense study of our recovered Arassian artifacts, almost 400 years, or excuse me, not 400 years, whoops, pardon me, I forgot the game starts in 2200, almost 200 years after we started this campaign, scientists on Earth have managed to deduce the exact galactic coordinates of Eras, the home system of the ancient Arassian civilization. We should launch an expedition to the system before anyone else beats us to it. Sure, because clearly somebody was going to beat us to it, and wow, it's over here. I'm gonna speed you up if you don't mind. Jump to Oscott.
Construction complete.
Somebody opened their borders to me for some reason. I'm not quite sure why, but so be it.
Construction finalized.
I'm going to actually have you take over assisting research on Earth. You are going to do assisting research over here once you're done. Okay, now I'm buying too many consumer goods. And I can sell more
Construction complete.
food. I should probably work on securing my L gates. Because, you know, I'm going to inevitably eventually open them. I've just sort of been unlucky, and I got 2 L gates within my territory, practically right next to each other. Srensk is just a mining world, okay. Is there, by some miracle, anybody good at mining? No. What else is Srensk good at? You do have a research lab, okay. We'll put you there, because screw it.
Construction finalized.
Okay, we can outright stop buying consumer goods now. Oh, you want one of my pops. No. Not gonna happen. I'm almost at the level where I can potentially go up against some of the fallen empires.
Construction complete.
Once the 3rd fleet is completed, that'll pretty much confirm it. I think. It's at least my guess. Okay, we can continue selling even more food, apparently.
Construction complete.
Ooh, and somebody has declared war on the Japanese dwarves. The Fatahid Alliance, I assume that's how it's pronounced, I don't know. It's alien. So the it's one of the 2 federation, excuse me, one of the 4 federations that exists, has declared war on the Sovereign Zai Coalition, aka the Japanese dwarves. It means they're fighting a war against them, the Commonwealth, and the Raxonite Consensus. Now, the Raxonite Consensus probably aren't going to do too much, because they can't really get there. The Commonwealth presumably is going to actually fight. And if that is the best fleet that they can muster, it is not going to really work out for them.
Construction complete. Construction finalized.
Wonderful. Yeah, we're not having any piracy problems. Right now, at least.
Construction finalized.
This is a world that has nothing going for it. Oh yes, I forgot. We finished something that gave us an extra slot. Well, let's get rid of Quarrelsome. Whoops. Let's get Quarrelsome off of you.
Shitlog updated.
I don't really care if you guys have slow learners. I would love to get sedentary off of you. Slow learners doesn't really matter to me. I make up for having crap leaders by simply just having better stuff in general. In this case, predominantly that's just better tech. Let's get rid of slow breeders on you. Okay, that's basically all the negative traits we have that we have to deal with, so we'll slowly work on gene modding all those bad traits out of everybody. And that'll be the last. And the Kopova fleet will be fully operational.
Construction finalized.
Wonderful, those gene mods finished. So let's go to our people and apply those to everybody. And that third fleet is not doing nearly as much as I expected it to when it came to the Fallen Empires. But I don't know why I was expecting much. And now we have the question. Do we go for the World Cracker, which will allow us to destroy worlds, which is okay for the AI, generally speaking, or would we prefer to go for the neutron sweep, which is actually pretty good when fighting, well, not necessarily fighting, but when dealing with the, well, yeah, technically fighting was actually the right word, actually. Whatever. When dealing with fallen empires. Because you can neutron sweep the world, and the world will be pretty much perfectly intact. Which is, in my opinion, great. So I'm inclined to say let's go for the neutron sweep, because I like the idea of being able to just have a pretty much fully intact world. Particularly if it's a fallen empire world, and if I don't care about the world, I can just leave it uncolonized. Let's go for the neutron sweep. Okay, yeah, stop tracking that. I don't care about it. If I'm being completely honest with you, game, I really don't. There are two nice, almost full-size, well, one's almost full-size, the other is full-size, worlds over here to colonize. Of course, they're like right next to 2L gates, so that's wonderful. I really should probably go ahead and just start fortifying these now.
Species resocialized.
Because otherwise I'll just never get around to it. Will that be enough to deal with the Grey Goo, if that's what we end up having? Or the Grey Tempest, whatever the hell it's called, something like that. No, it will not be enough to deal with it.
Situation log updated.
But it'll hopefully put up some sort of resistance. Long enough for me to get an actual fleet over there. Well,
Anomalous.
potentially multiple fleets, actually. Okay, that's just a generic anomaly. You guys don't care about my bombardment policy anymore. What's that all about?
Construction complete.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure what that's all about, but whatever.
Setlog updated.
Okay, and with that, everybody won't have, well, the only negative traits that people will have left are going to be slow learner, which, again, I'm okay with that being the only negative trait that people have.
Construction finalized.
And you have an unemployed specialist, and there's nothing I can do to deal with that. Why did you end up with an unemployed specialist, though, is anybody's guess. Also, I'm just going to go and build all your mining districts, since that's what that world's going to be for. Ooh, and we...
Together we will build a brighter future.
Really, game? I thought we had that system all sorted out with the piracy problem. Apparently I was wrong. So let's just jump the Orska fleet over there. And the Eurasian homeworld. Eurasia. The former homeworld of the Eurasian Concordat, someone has relatively recently, within the last 2,000 years, gone to the trouble of systematically bombarding every square meter of the moon's surface from orbit, possibly a misguided attempt to keep the Jovian pox from resurfacing. Despite this, the surface is still covered in the fossilized remains of the billions of Eurasians who succumbed to the plague in the final years of their empire. By the time it had spread to their homeworld, most of the worlds in the Eurasian Concordat had already fallen, and their alien vassals were in open revolt. Judging by ancient satellite logs recovered from orbit, the mood among the population on the Eurasian homeworld was largely resigned by this point. The widespread panic that had accompanied the first outbreaks of the pox on the colonies was largely absent, as most had come to accept the fact that the end was drawing near. Fascinating. So, tons of unity, for whatever reason, tons of minerals, and a handful of physics research.
Genetics respecialized. Construction complete.
Okay, yeah, Yerba is super important to our economy. Holy crap, without that we'd drop to minus 340 energy credits a month. Now again, game, I thought we had that sorted out. I guess taking over those worlds might have screwed it over. So let's actually take a glance around our empire and figure out where there's potential problems. You need a trade hub and a hangar bay and an off-world trading company, because you do have a bit of a piracy problem right here. But one hangar bay will deal with it. This should be pretty much permanent in terms of how it deals with it. More unemployed specialists. There's really nothing I can do to deal with the unemployed specialist issue. Yes, this is going to result in a number of unemployed pops, but you know what? You're going to be a mining world. Are there better ways I could have done that? Definitely.
Construction complete.
Do I care? Not really.
Construction complete.
This is the place that has a gas extraction well. Also, if I build that, I'm going to have to purchase mining crystals now.
Special
Or excuse me, not mining crystals. Rare crystals. Why did I say mining crystals? There we go. The Colossus project, the monumental task of designing the biggest weapons platform in Soviet history and a neutron sweep to arm it with, has yielded results and drawn to a close. So now we have a Colossus equipped with a neutron sweep. And again, the mod doesn't, just like with the Titan and the defense platforms and the ion cannon, it doesn't have a Star Trek themed look. In the case of the Colossus, I'm okay with that. I can live with it. In the case of the Titan, I'll admit it's slightly annoying. Titans just aren't worth it though, in my opinion anyway, so quite frankly, I don't really care for the Titan. I kind of wish the defense platforms had one, and at least looking at the mod files, it's supposed to. It just doesn't work, and I haven't figured out a way to get it to work, as annoying as it is. But in theory, defense platforms should have a Star Trek themed look, if I could ever get it to work. Now, we will the Colossus Assembly Yard in Seoul. And we basically get to just watch the fireworks going forward. Because it's not like the enemy's going to be able to do anything against us. The only person who has any potential ability to pose a threat to us is a fallen empire, and I mean, they're not going to really do anything. They're perfectly content with sitting there twiddling their thumbs, watching as the world burns around them and is taken over by the Union of Soviet Socialist Republics. Now we do have a nice little fallen empire over here that if we could just get the fleet power to do it, we could go and beat the crap out of them. Now I should note, technically speaking, with all three of my fleets combined, I could probably deal some significant damage to a fallen empire fleet, potentially enough to be able to get some of their tech. Am I going to do that? No. It is a time-consuming process, and we're not sitting on max alloys right now. So I'd rather not lose large portions of my fleet. Also, yep, that Federation is, I think, winning the war. I mean, they're occupying systems at least. I don't actually know if they're winning. You declared it, right? I'm pretty sure you did, yeah. Yeah, you did. You have a higher war exhaustion, so technically the defender's winning despite the attacker occupying systems. no to synthetic workers. Although I will get the planet build speed.
Finalized.
Okay, and yeah, that'll deal with all your worker problems for a good long time, especially with the robots here. I really should look and see what kinds of robots the game's building. Okay. You are only building the ones with the... No, you do have a couple that don't have it. Why, game? Why are you building robots without efficient processors? There is no reason to do that.
Construction complete. Special inquiry concluded.
Thank you, game.
Construction.
I don't know why I had to tell you to do that properly. Ooh, robot enforcers. Oh god, we got RoboCop on some world. And that's finished. Think I might go for a galactic force projection. Although I will admit, arcology project is also an interesting choice. Well, let's see. So I have 4 slots right now. I don't really care for habitats, personally. Yes, to my understanding, they are generally, I think, still generally considered better than ring worlds. But I still don't care for them. Galactic force projection is nice because we are over our cap. It also gives us some extra fleet command limits, so we could add some more ships to our fleet. I think I think we still have a couple of techs that give some fleet command limit as well. Although I think we're pretty much done with techs that give us naval capacity. So we're sort of going to have to start looking for alternatives for more naval capacity as well. I don't think there's any worlds that I currently have that I'm interested in turning into an Ecumenopolis. Well, actually, wait. Are these worlds any good? And do they have anything I care about? No. You do have metal boneyards, but that's not that important to me, if I'm being completely honest. Yes, okay, I think this desert world over here, we're going to go and colonize, and we're going to turn it into an Ecumenopolis world. It's a size 25, so this will be fun. Whether or not we'll turn that into our capital, though, we'll sort of figure that out, because it's way out here on the fringes of our empire, as it stands right now. Seoul is at least sort of central. It's a little too far to the east to be actually central right now, but yeah, close enough. But let's go ahead and colonize this. We'll send you, and we will name it Drov. Sure, why not? And let's go ahead and get the, well, I'm already, actually, yeah, no, I'm going to go for Galactic Fleet Projection. And then the Ascension perk slot we get with Ascension Theory, we will use for the Arcology project. So that will deal with our naval capacity problem, which will give us back some alloys and energy credits. And let's get you a leader. Now, actually, I'll hold off on getting you a leader because I don't really have anything for you to do anyway right now. So, if I get you a leader now, they'll probably be dead by the time I actually get any real use out of them. Or they'll, well, at the very least, they'll be old. I should also, next time the game gives me terraforming as an option. Here's food, just piss off, leave me alone. Next time the game gives me terraforming as an option, I should probably research it. Screw it, let's get both of those. Let's get those at least up to heritage sites, if they're not already. Yeah, that's one of those fucked up worlds. Ooh, crystal mine, yep. Is that all you had? Yeah, well, that's fine. You don't have anything, I believe. No, you don't. Mineral purification plant, though, will be nice.
Construction finalized.
Oof, boy. Now we have a ton of mineral income. And of course I need more consumer goods if I'm upgrading this stuff, so let's go ahead and start working on getting those.
Construction finalized. Construction finalized. Together we will build a brighter future.
There we go. Yeah, let's get the Elgate in sight. And we are at 5 out of 7, though with this one it doesn't automatically open them or anything like that, so we're still fine.
Our research has progressed.
There we go, that's that. You were not giving me what I want. Sure, leader level cap isn't terrible. And our ecology project. Take another quick glance, and we are having pirate problems still with Yerba. Ah, Yerba's annoying. It really is. I need to find some way.
Construction complete. Construction complete. Construction complete.
I need to find some way to make it so that Yerba stops wanting to rebel or have pirate problems.
Construction finalized.
And outside of continuing to upgrade our star bases in the neighboring systems, the only thing that comes to mind is building a star base in Yerba properly. that would, as far as I understand the way it works, that would make it so Yerba stops having pirates, because pirates cannot spawn, to my understanding, in anything that has a starport or higher. They can only spawn in a system with an outpost. But look at all that trade value. 1,015. Ah, damn it. Okay, you technically need 4 to hit that. And we're having some piracy problems there, so let's go ahead and upgrade Mug. My borders closed to you? I think they are. If not, I got... Nope, they're not. Okay, close them. Ooh, actually. Offer protectorate status. Yep. And I will annex you guys once the opportunity arises. Also, open borders, because I don't technically need them closed now since I made you a puppet. No. Also, I highly advise you guys stay out of my systems. Again, battleships are tanky. I'm thinking let's go for the armor, because that'll help everybody, not just battleships. No, I don't. No, I don't really care for more corvettes. If I'm being completely honest, corvettes are just gonna die too quickly in pretty much any engagement.
Construction complete.
You don't have anything. Oh, you actually have gas extraction wells. Let's go and get those. Although I think that's a worker job, not a specialist job, but whatever. Ah, you're waiting for the battleship. Yeah, battleships are expensive. And I think we already have the tech that decreases them. I think. Corvette. Yeah, we do. And there's only that one tech that does it. So we can scale back our purchasing of exotic gases.
Construction finalized.
Yes, great. Research lab and a research institute. It'll help you pay for yourself. Okay, and this world is having a... Okay, I did not realize this world was having housing problems. Game, you should have told me you were having a housing crisis there. I might have done something about it if I had known. Granted, you were telling me, I was just ignoring it. Yes, I would like to extend our deal. Did I not already extend it with you, or am I actually paying two different people? I don't think I'm paying two different people because I don't think you can. But the game definitely has me believing that I might be paying two different people for the same job. Which I really shouldn't be doing if I am.
Construction finalized.
Upgrade those. Are the price of those going down? Well, kind of. It depends on what day of the week you're buying it.
Construction finalized.
Let's see, what sells for the most? You sell for 16, 16, 8, 8, 7.41. I'm sitting in my cap with you. Why don't I sell 5,000 of you? Buy 1,200 of you. Let's finish off getting the Orska fleet upgraded. And then, fully operational. And then I think I'll end this part once that happens. Because it is about 1 o'clock here. Yeah, I figured that was a worker tier job. Just kind of hoped I was wrong. Or that they had changed it since then. You have clerk openings. Let's get research labs down. Just fill you with research labs.
Construction finalized.
Push that city district to the top, actually, game, because yeah, there's a bit of housing problem here, and I kind of want to avoid having it become too severe.
Construction complete. Building ruined.
Yeah, so 2 fallen empires are still listed as overwhelming fleet power. Okay, I am way down here in 6th place, technically speaking, for victory. Although it's just because of the fallen empires being above me. They technically don't count because they're not able to win. So technically I'm in number 1. I don't know why the game bothers showing the fallen empires on the victory screen here, because again, they can't win. Next person is the Japanese dwarves at 2,000 score below us. Although victory has been disabled. Because the only option to win is to conquer the galaxy. Ooh. And this war is kicking off for the, what are we on now? Like the 4th or 5th time?
Construction complete.
I think it's the 5th time. I could be wrong though.
Scientific progress attained.
And more fleet command limit. And let's get terraforming because I want to be able to start moving towards terraforming Mars for It's just another planet, but hey, it's another planet. Well, there we go. Okay, you are done. Okay, I can actually do this now over here. Can go back to my just sort of having everything as we go. So 32, 32, 16, 8, 4. These things are really freaking expensive. Yeah, and this will take us like well over our naval capacity. There we go. We are at 45.4k fleet power on the Orska fleet. I don't recall what the value is. That is one of the things that starts to trigger the awakened or the fallen empires to become awakened empires. It has something to do with fleet power, unless they removed that trigger. But I'm pretty sure it's still there. But I don't recall what the value is. I think it's 50k. But it might have been like 20k, but I think it's 50. Because around 50k is, I think, when you can start potentially being a threat to a fallen empire. And that's why they're able to... That's one of the triggers that can cause them to start becoming an awakened empire. But we'll see. Again, I think it's 50k. So, basically finishing upgrading the Orska... Finish building up the Orska fleet, rather, would get us there, I think. But nonetheless, that's going to be it for this part. I will see you all in the next one. This is part 12. So I'll see you all on the next part, which will be either the 30th or the 31st, depending. But yeah, nonetheless, I'll see you all next time, where we will be continuing to build up our fleets. I don't think we're going to be going to war in the next part, so if you're only interested in seeing wars, feel free to skip it. I don't think we'll be going to war. I could be wrong, though. Maybe the game will surprise me and do something that triggers me to have to go and get involved in a war. But I don't think that'll happen. Let's just take a quick look around. I don't think anything significant has happened. Okay, some of the occupied systems have been retaken. Yeah, these guys aren't doing so hot in their war. I don't know why they thought they could win it. It's literally a 2v3, although admittedly one of them can't do much, but still, it's still technically a 2v3. And those don't tend to work out well for the two. Oh, did our colony ship finish? It did, and it is almost there. Do I want to wait for you to... No, I already saved. I don't care. I'm not going to override that save. I don't feel like it. So next part, we will be colonizing this system. And we will be turning this world, like I said, into an Ecumenopolis world. So that'll be fun. Especially since that'll give me a whole crap ton of consumer and alloys production. Which means I can get rid of a lot of my civilian industry and alloy foundries on other worlds. So free that up for, I don't know, research labs or some shit. I tend to run into problems figuring out what to replace some of those buildings with. Once I get my hands on an Ecumenopolis world, I might leave the alloy foundries. The civilian industry stuff might get swapped out. We'll see. But until next time, a goodbye and farewell.